The date is Monday, May 1st. I'm Louis Morals, and this is a Market Bull Update. The Supreme Court has ruled that the city of Miami can proceed with a lawsuit against two banks for predatory lending under the Fair Housing Act of 1968. Miami sued Bank of America and Wells Fargo after the 2008 financial crisis, arguing that the banks intentionally and disproportionately issued risky mortgages to Black and Hispanic borrowers, leading to segregation and foreclosures, which I always thought was just called capitalism. To be fair, all mortgages in Miami are going to be underwater before too long. While the banks are displeased with the ruling, Wells Fargo is taking some credit for customers at least being aware of the mortgages that were created under their names. As we all know, Mexico sends us their drug dealers and rapists. But they also send a fair number of avocados, with imports up over 700% in the past 15 years to 1.76 billion pounds in 2015. But much like when a bus filled with Chinese businessmen show up at my favorite Tijuana brothel, increased demand from China has caused prices of the mushy green delicacy to double. This is bad news for culturally astute Americans planning to celebrate Mexico's victory over French forces at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, who may now have to find something other than guacamole to throw up after their 12th Cinco de Mayo tequila shot. Pour one out for the upper brass at money manager AllianceBernstein, who actively manages about $500 billion in bond and equity portfolios for large institutions. They've removed their CEO and 9 board members, as more people realize that active stock pickers add about as much value as your grandpa yelling at the TV during a baseball game, then demanding an exorbitant paycheck for his input. Ousted CEO Peter Krause has been a vocal critic of passive trading, arguing that a rush of money into index tracking, exchange-traded funds was a danger to liquidity and market stability, apparently unaware that prolonged shitty returns posed a bigger risk to his job stability. After being completely blindsided by last year's announcement that 6'5", 220-pound Hall of Fame defensive end Michael Strahan was leaving Live, ABC's morning show, co-host Kelly Ripa has settled on Ryan Seacrest to be the replacement host, probably because the 5'8" pussy couldn't blindside her if he tried. Coming off a 15-year stint of annoying viewers as the host of American Idol, Seacrest is ready to join Live to provide in-depth reporting on what scarves to wear to brunch and the adorableness of kittens. The duo is already bracing for increased competition, as former Fox News host and likely victim of sexual harassment Megyn Kelly's new show on NBC will also be airing during the 9 a.m. time slot, though I would personally be more interested in a show featuring a younger blonde who doesn't talk so damn much. The move gives Seacrest a new platform through which to promote his new fashion and skincare lines, perfect for people inspired by his success despite a complete lack of any discernible talent. A deal to avoid a government shutdown has been reached, with President Trump implementing the brilliant negotiation tactic of backing off all of his demands to get the bill passed. The budget doesn't include any money for construction of a border wall, doesn't cut Obamacare subsidies, doesn't include any of Trump's proposed $18 billion in non-defense cuts, and increases defense spending by less than half of Trump's original proposal, prompting Vice President Mike Pence to say, quote, "We couldn't be more pleased," and leading some to question Pence's understanding of the concept of pleasure. This has been a Market Bull Update. I'm your host, Louis Morals, reminding you that it's only better to give than to receive when you're talking about diseases.